From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, May 13th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. It's back to class for students and teachers on Thursday in the Shenandoah Valley School District. 25 members of the Shenandoah Valley Education Association, rank and file, began walking along the berm of West Center Street at 8 a.m. The teachers began their strike on Monday. It's been 3 years that the teachers have been working without a contract, and they hope that this strike will bring attention to administrators. There are 86 teachers represented by the union, and 25 teachers are working a shift at a time. Seniors at Shenandoah Valley attended classes on Tuesday to assure that graduation will be held on June 1st as scheduled. However, the rest of the student body was instructed to stay home. Firefighters in Schuylkill County battled an overnight brush fire that began along Route 924 in Shenandoah Heights. The fire threatened homes along Texas Avenue and homes in West Monoy Township. The fire also threatened a nearby cemetery. Fire crews from several communities across the county were called in not only to put out the fire but to protect the homes in its path. Last night, windy conditions helped fuel the fire, but crews managed to get it under control quickly. Fire crews from Shenandoah and Shenandoah Heights, Frackville, Mahanoy City, Ashland, Girardville, Fountain Springs, Lavelle, and St. Clair were called in to help. Still no word what started the brush fire, and it is still under investigation. Shots rang out in the city of Wilkes-Barre early this morning. Police responded to a call of shots fired shortly after 4:30 a.m. in the area of Brown and Staten Streets. They found several shell casings on the ground and a bullet hole in a building near Griffin Street. Anyone with information on this incident is asked to dial 911. Berwick police arrested a man after a Berwick Area Joint Sewer Authority found a suspicious FedEx package on Frias Avenue on Tuesday. According to police, the package contained several bags of crystallized substance, which turned out to be 86 grams of crystal meth with a street value estimated at $13,000. The package was addressed to Eric Bernard of Columbia Boulevard, which was rented out by the Berwick Area Joint Sewer Authority. However, they relocated it to Frias Avenue years ago. When Bernard arrived, he was taken into custody and admitted to police that his package containing crystal meth was delivered to the wrong location, and he admitted to recovering it. The search warrant was issued at his home, and police seized several rifles, a shotgun, sawed-off double-barrel shotgun, 3 handguns, meth, marijuana, and paraphernalia. He was charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, among similar charges. Tonight, he is behind bars at the Columbia County Prison for lack of $75,000 straight cash bail. A Hazleton man has been indicted on several drug offenses by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Pennsylvania. 37-year-old Roberto Sanchez is charged with conspiracy to distribute more than 1 kilogram of heroin and more than 500 grams of cocaine. According to a grand jury, Sanchez was arrested by U.S. Marshals on a warrant issued by New York State Police. In his possession, Sanchez had more than 300 grams of heroin, 100 grams of cocaine, and over $54,000 in cash within his home. Sanchez is also facing criminal charges of possession with intent to distribute an unspecified quantity of cocaine. Sanchez could face life in prison for conspiracy to distribute more than 1 kilogram of heroin. Currently, he is behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison. The Borough of West Hazleton held its monthly meeting last night. It recently received a grant from the state and announced the annual Memorial Day Parade. Our Julie Stefanovich has the details.
The Borough of West Hazleton received a grant from the Department of Community and Economic Development's Early Intervention Program. West Hazleton entered the Act 47 program in 2003 and exited it last year. The borough can now hire an independent financial consultant to help manage its finances.
We were notified by Representative Mullery's office and Senator Dicek's office that the borough received a $33,000 grant. That's for the early intervention from PEL, from DCED, to help monitor the borough as we're coming out of Act 47. That was one of the conditions that Borough Council put in place when we exited Act 47, is that we still would have a little bit of monitoring for a few years afterwards, and we're greatly appreciative of our senator and representative for getting that for us.
Another topic at tonight's meeting was the annual Memorial Day Parade. It will kick off at 9 a.m. on Monday, May the 25th. It's one of the largest of its kind in the area, and Mayor Frank Schmidt gave us a preview of what parade goers can expect to see.
We have a very large parade. We have the high school band. We have military personnel and vehicles. We have the Little League. We have all the fire companies locally and the rescue squads, and we have the Boy Scouts, and we have we're going to have Representative Mallory. We're going to have our District Attorney Steffi, and a few other people we're going to have for speakers. It's going to be a large parade, and we'd like to see everybody show up and support it.
The parade will start on Winters Avenue to West Green Street and then follow down Broad Street. The guest speakers will then assemble at the monument on Broad Street immediately following the parade, and the public is invited to attend. In West Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
An Amtrak train derailed yesterday in Philadelphia, left dozens of people injured and 7 dead. A Northeast regional train was traveling from Washington, D.C. to New York when it jumped the track shortly after 9 p.m. near Port Richmond. Data release now says that the train was traveling in excess of 100 miles per hour. 238 passengers were on board. Around 140 of them were taken to hospitals and treated for broken bones and burns. Amtrak said that the cause of the derailment is unknown. The corridor was closed as federal investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board investigated the wreckage. Philadelphia's Mayor Michael Nutter said that there will not be any Amtrak service through the city for the rest of the week. WYLN has a pair of tickets to give away to one lucky viewer tonight to the Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling Show entitled All In. It's this Saturday, May 16th at Holy Family Academy on North Laurel Street in Hazleton. Bell time is at 7 p.m. Tickets are just $10 in advance and $15 at the door. PPW will also be taping for its show here on WYLN High Voltage. For your chance to win, dial 570-459-1869, extension 1172. Leave your name, number, and we'll put your name in the drawing. So if you want these tickets, dial now and good luck. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, the past few days we all saw was bright, sunny, and warm weather, but I hear there's some frost in our forecast. What can we expect over the next few hours?
Well, we definitely have some chilly air to talk about as we head through the overnight hours. Radar-wise, really not much going on. A couple of sprinkles and a few stray showers as you headed toward northeastern PA and upstate New York. But right now, not much going on at all across our area. Just some chilly temperatures, and we'll have to deal with those chilly temperatures as we head through tonight as those temperatures fall. 53 now in New Angola, 60 in Berwick, 60 degrees in Danville. And with temperatures like this, you really don't have to worry about any humidity levels. When these numbers are this low this time of year, only in the 30s, that tells us there's no humidity whatsoever. And it also tells us that there's some very chilly temperatures to talk about tonight. Maybe some frost, not out of the question. I'll explain coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on renovations planned for Parsons Playground in Wilkes-Barre thanks to a grant award. Stay tuned, that and much more coming up here on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Tujac Cycle and Power Sports is your power sports authority. Here you'll find a brand selection that can't be beat. From 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, and on the water too. Plus, Two Jacks has the apparel and accessories to make you feel like a pro. So hold onto your seat and rev it up. At Two Jack Cycle and Power Sports, Cole Street, Wilkes-Barre, your power sports authority.
Officials from the city of Wilkes-Barre received a $70,000 grant to revamp a playground in the city. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
The Parsons Playground in the city of Wilkes-Barre will be getting a major facelift thanks to Wells Fargo. This morning, Wells Fargo's Northeast Vice President Greg Collins and Mayor Tom Layton made the announcement that the city will be getting a $70,000 grant to make upgrades to the playground.
It's a great day today with the announcement of Wells Fargo with Mr. Greg Collins announcing the playground renovation here in the Parsons section of the city. It's a playground that needs some updating, and when we met with the Wells Fargo officials and Greg Collins, we looked at this playground and we all decided that this would be the right playground to do here in the city of Wilkes-Barre. It's a heavily populated playground throughout the season.
According to Collins, members of the Wells Fargo work staff will be volunteering their time.
It's really the energy comes from the volunteers that are on site helping us out on that particular day. There will be, the majority of the volunteers are going to, it's going to be a sea of red. They'll be wearing red t-shirts, red Wells Fargo t-shirts. But I've also reached out to Misericordia University, King's College, Wilkes University, some other organizations, the Boy Scouts of Northeastern Pennsylvania, to try to encourage these organizations to come with some volunteers as well. The more volunteers we have, the more energy really is apparent on that particular day, and it really becomes a community event.
The company will also be hosting a festival that day.
In addition to the playground build, we're going to have a festival here. We're going to replicate the festival that we had in our last signature event. Pizza ovens were brought in, food trucks came, falafels, there were pony rides, face painting, there was a puppeteer, there was a clown walking around making the balloon sculptures for the kids. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of good food, a lot of nice activities, and at the end of the day, they're going to have a brand new playground.
Mayor Tom Layton said residents that are willing to help could.
We're looking for a lot of volunteers to come out to help us build this playground in June, and it'll be an all-day festival starting at 9 a.m. with the start of the construction of the playground, with a festival-like atmosphere starting at 1 o'clock. So I'm encouraging anybody that lives in the city of Wilkes-Barre, especially those that live in the Parsons, Myers Mill section of the city of Wilkes-Barre, come out and lend a hand. There's going to be a lot of volunteers here. We can never have too many volunteers, so hopefully we'll get some good volunteers here to help us build a playground here in Parsons.
Layton said the city tries to revamp playgrounds when they can and when they can afford it.
Either renovate at least 2 a year when possible on the financial side, and that's when Wells Fargo stepped up, and they're going to come here in the Parsons section of the city of Wilkes-Barre and renovate this playground into a beautiful playground.
The work will begin on June 13th, and the entire community is invited to come out and help build a new playground and take part in the festival. In Wilkes-Barre, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, this Friday, the city of Hazleton will hold its 3rd annual Peace Officer Memorial Day at City Hall, and we'll hear from Police Chief Frank D'Andrea about the event. That and much more coming up. Stay tuned.
Can I use this in my kitchen?
What's your amperage? Get a multi-tester on your positive lead. If it's wired 3-phase sequential and grounded right, it might work. You'll need these for the install.
Shocked by customer service these days?
Amperage?
Service Electric Cablevision has the ultimate entertainment experience. Let our friendly team hook you up with a new whole home 6-tuner DVR. Record up to 6 shows at once, then access everything from any TV in your home. Service Electric Cablevision. It's all about you.
Both lanes coming to you. Fans here in Pocono are screaming. They're jumping up and down. Here it is, one baby. Yes! Yes! We did it! The chicken flag. Where's down? Oh, I want to see some donuts right now.
WYLN Weather is sponsored by Coordinated Health. Coordinated Health. We make you better together.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
Well, it definitely is much cooler across our area today. Still got a bit of the winds to deal with, and of course it's making it feel a little bit chillier than what the actual air temperature indicates, despite the sunshine and some of the clouds across our region. Onto the map for today. And temperature-wise today across the Northeast, it definitely was not feeling like spring. Many areas just could not get out of the 50s for daytime highs, and heading into tonight, well, if you put the coats away or the sweatshirts away, you probably want to bring them out a little bit, because it's going to be a downright chilly night across all of our viewing areas as we head through tonight, and even the potential of some frost forming across our region. So if you have anything outdoors, you may want to bring them in just to be on the safe side. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, and nothing to show you. There were a couple of sprinkles, a few showers, especially across northeastern, extreme northeastern PA and upstate New York, but that pretty much is about it. We're at 56 degrees, our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. I still got a bit of a wind to deal with, which of course is going to make it feel just slightly chillier than what the actual air temperature indicates. Our Coordinated Health Almanac page for the day, 63 and 48, 69 and 47 are the averages. The records still stand of 88 and 32. Ironically, just a few years ago, 2013, we did get that record low of 32. Tonight, we're going to be dealing with some chilly temperatures getting down into the 30s as well. 5:48, 8:13 sunrise and sunset for tomorrow. 50, Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport. 57 in Williamsport. 52 in Pittsburgh. Look at southeastern PA, that's a place to be right now. 66 still in Allentown, 71 in Philadelphia, but eventually those temperatures will start to drop as well. Windy in the Wyoming Valley area, temperatures only in the 50s, a few sprinkles, a few light rain showers across extreme northeastern PA and upstate New York, but pretty much they have now fizzled away. And as we head through tonight, again, I'll be looking at a very chilly night in store for all of our area. Here's a look at some of the numbers tonight. Good chance of dropping down into the 30s in many areas. And then as we head into tomorrow, not too bad temperature-wise. Should be a little bit milder than what we've actually experienced today. So we'll call it a pleasant Thursday for our day. And then as we go into the weekend, there's going to be the chance of showers for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and the temperatures near 70 degrees by early next week. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery number is a pick 242, the pick 3112, and the pick 40712. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
When I took office, I promised to stop Hazleton's failed financial conditions, improve the police department, and revitalize the downtown. Within the police department, here are some of the things we accomplished. And after 3 years, Hazleton's budget was balanced. Hazleton Center City is becoming vibrant again. Please re-elect me, Joe Yanuzzi, so we can continue on this positive path for our great city, Hazleton.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Here at Classic Floor Covering, we take pride in all our works of art. Take a look at a few. Classic floor covering. Who do you trust for your floor covering needs?
This Friday, May 15th, will mark Hazleton's 3rd annual Peace Officer Memorial Day. WYLN's Gary Perna has a preview of this Friday's event.
On May 4th, 1963, President John F. Kennedy signed the National Peace Officers Act, declaring that law enforcement officers be recognized for their hard work and dedication. And just what Hazleton is doing. For the 3rd year in a row, the police department will be hosting a Peace Officers Memorial Day ceremony at Hazleton City Hall. The event will be held at 12 noon on Friday, May 15th. We spoke with Chief Frank D'Andrea about the event.
Every year I have tried to add something to the ceremony. This year, along with the speakers, there will be a choir. The 21-gun salute will be done by 7 different municipal police departments. The Luzerne County detectives are providing the bagpiper.
This year's keynote speakers will be District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis, State Senator Johnny Deshak, and Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi. D'Andrea said the ceremony will be broken into 3 parts, and he's inviting everyone in the greater Hazleton area to attend.
The public is encouraged and requested to attend. I view this as a very, very important day, not only for law enforcement, but for the community. It's the day where the community is able to come out and thank, recognize, and support law enforcement, federal, state, and local, for the job that these men and women do every day of the year.
The chief said it is a day for all police departments to shine. This year, law enforcement officers from the federal, state, county, and local levels will be taking part in the ceremony. Something new this year is the Officer of the Year Award.
The selection for that was that any police officer within the Hazleton Police Department was able to put in a name of any officer they felt was deserving. A selection committee of the chief, 2 lieutenants, a corporal, a sergeant, and a patrol unit member all sat down and reviewed all the candidates, and then the candidate, the winner, was selected based on a stringent criteria.
The chief said the officer will be receiving a ribbon and a plaque.
We will have a plaque within the Hazleton Police Department, and every year moving forward, we will add another Hazleton police officer's name to the rolls of Officer of the Year.
The chief is asking everyone to come out on Friday, May 15th at 12 noon to honor and celebrate law enforcement officials.
Once again, the Hazleton Police Department will be recognizing and reading the names of the fallen Hazleton Police Department officer, Ernesto Valente, who died on the 15th of May, 1938, in the line of duty. I hope, long after I am done being chief, there will never be another name added to the list of fallen Hazleton police officers.
In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money, too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It. Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
The spring is a crucial time for development in high school football. The Berwick program won't have the opportunity for development for at least the next 2 weeks after Superintendent Wayne Brookhart announced Tuesday that he is suspending all football operations. According to media reports, an internal investigation is being conducted focusing on the transfer of 2 student athletes from Nanticoke area. The PIAA forbids transfers based solely on athletic reasons. Head coach George Curry's quarterback camp, set for May 23rd, is still on as scheduled. We will have more details on the suspension of Berwick football operations as they become available. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and again, and again. By all accounts, a second-place finish is a success, but Hazleton area's Emily Malone hoping for gold in her senior season after 3 straight silvers in the 100-meter dash. Tuesday, the District 2 AAA Track and Field Championships, Malone leads from the start and holds off Coughlin's Nathaniela Bordeaux with a time of 12.43 seconds, and after the sprint, a big jump into her dad's arms.
I'm sorry. That was my dad. He was taking pictures for us. I just broke down into tears. I saw him, I just jumped in his arms. It was great. He was funny. He said, I was ready to throw up for you. So there was a lot on it.
Malone also wins in the 200-meter dash and in the javelin. Cougar sophomore Kayla Merkel with a personal best throw of 138.6. That's deserving of a big high five, but she is narrowly edged by Lake Lehman's Kaylee Spencer with a toss of 138.9. Merkel still will advance to states. Also yesterday, a Wyoming Valley Conference showdown on the diamond to determine the Division I title winner. The preseason favorite Hazleton at Wyoming Valley West. In the 7th, the Cougars trailing 3-0. Spartans ace Bill Gregory on the mound. He gets Jeremy Budgeon looking for the second out of the inning. Next up, Dominic Cara up the middle. Gino Cara, the coach, stops the runner at third, so we have 2 on and 2 out. But Jordy Arias grounds it to third, and Wyoming Valley West celebrates as Division I champs, a result of everyone buying in.
You know, you only can put 9 guys out there, and everybody wants to play, so everybody has a job to do in one form or the other, whether they're on the field, batting, throwing, warming up pitchers, whatever. But they were all in the game. They were all pulling for each other, and when you have that, that circle is tight.
Tonight, the Schuylkill League Softball Championship. It's the 4th meeting of the year between Pottsville and Tamaqua. We'll have those highlights on Late Edition. But next, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
All Care Home Care, the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
1 back to 2, 1 back. Both lanes coming to you. Fans here at Pocono are screaming. They're jumping up and down. Here it is, one baby. Yes! Yes! We did it! The checkered flag. First down. I want to see some donuts right now.
Spring is here and summer is on the way. Stop by Smith Floral Company for all your garden needs. Vegetable plants, bedding plants, hanging baskets, perennials, herbs, and more. Ask about their beautiful cemetery logs and tributes. Smith Floral Company is under new ownership with the same friendly staff to help you. Delivery worldwide.
Well, we're in the 60s tonight, but tonight we can be, it'd be nice to be 60s tonight. Switch that 63 to a 36 tonight. We'll be dropping down into the 30s, I think, tonight. Some areas of frost possible, and well, we just have to deal with this type of weather. Typical for Maine.
Frost.
Yeah.
You know, you go from bright sunny weather to frost.
Especially you.
I know.
In Arizona.
100 some degrees and then come back to frost. Sorry, everybody's blaming me for it. What are you going to do? I'll just blame Joe. I'll pass it on to you.
It's not my fault.
That's what I like to do.
Have a good night, everyone.